Imagine going to work knowing you might never come home, not because of a war, not because of an accident, but because your job itself was deadly. Throughout history, millions accepted terrifying occupations. Some had no choice. Others earned fortunes. Many paid with their lives. These were the scariest jobs people ever had, and some still exist today. Let's begin beneath ancient Rome. Roman mines were nightmares underground. Workers spent endless hours in darkness. The air was thick with poisonous dust. Cave-ins happened without warning. Many miners were slaves. Escape was almost impossible. Few lived to old age. Gold came at a terrible price. Next comes the gong farmer. Medieval cities had no modern toilets. Human waste collected in deep pits. Someone had to clean them. That someone was the gong farmer. They climbed into foul-smelling cesspits at night. Toxic gases filled the air. One breath could be fatal. Some suffocated instantly, yet cities depended on them. Now imagine fighting the Black Death. Europe was overwhelmed by plague. Rats carried infected fleas. Rat catchers hunted them every day. One bite could mean death. They worked in filthy streets. Fear followed them everywhere, but without them, the plague spread even faster. Few thanked them. Many feared them instead. Next came the plague doctors. Their strange masks became legendary. The long beaks held fragrant herbs. People believed they filtered disease. They did not. Doctors walked among the dying. They touched infected patients daily. Many became victims themselves. Medicine knew little about germs. Courage was often their only protection. Now look up a chimney. Victorian children climbed inside narrow chimneys. Some were only 5 years old. They scraped away dangerous soot. The passages were incredibly tight. Many became trapped. Others suffocated. Years of soot damaged their lungs. Childhood disappeared inside the darkness. It was one of history's cruelest jobs. Meet the executioner. His job was to carry out death sentences. One mistake caused terrible suffering. Crowds watched every execution. Some hated him. Others feared him. He often lived on the edge of society, yet kings relied on him. Justice came at a heavy personal cost. Few envied his life. Far across the oceans sailed the whalers. Their prey weighed dozens of tons. One strike could destroy a small boat. Angry whales fought back. Harpoons snapped. Boats overturned. Freezing water claimed countless lives. Still, they returned every season. Whale oil was worth the risk, or so they believed. Next stood the lonely lighthouse keeper. Storms isolated them for weeks. Giant waves battered the towers. Supplies often ran low. Some lost their minds from isolation. Others vanished mysteriously. Their only companions were the sea and the wind. Every night, they kept the light burning. Ships depended on them. Failure meant disaster. Now enter the graveyard after midnight. Body snatchers dug up fresh graves. Medical schools wanted human bodies. Families guarded cemeteries. Angry mobs hunted grave robbers. Getting caught could mean death. Yet the demand continued. Science advanced through dark methods. Few dared speak of it. Fewer admitted doing it. Winter created another terrifying profession. Ice cutters worked on frozen lakes. They carved enormous blocks of ice. The frozen surface could crack. Workers plunged into icy water. Many never escaped. Hypothermia arrived within minutes. Rescue was difficult. Every step could be the last. Cold was their greatest enemy. In London's rivers walked the mudlarks. They searched muddy banks for valuables. The water was polluted. Sharp objects hid beneath the mud. Disease spread easily. Children often did this work. Hunger forced them to continue. Every discovery meant another meal. Every day risked their lives. Survival came one coin at a time. Deep beneath villages waited another danger. Well, cleaners descended into narrow shafts. Fresh air was scarce. Poisonous gases collected below. Ropes sometimes snapped. Flooding trapped workers underground. Darkness surrounded them. Rescue was never guaranteed. Yet clean water depended on them. Communities could not survive without their work. Finally came the Chernobyl liquidators. The nuclear disaster shocked the world. Radiation filled the air. Thousands answered the call. They cleared radioactive debris by hand. Every second increased their exposure. Many knew the danger. They continued anyway. Their actions prevented an even greater catastrophe. Countless lives were saved because of their sacrifice. History remembers many kings, many generals, and many inventors, but ordinary workers built civilization, often at unimaginable cost. Their courage rarely appeared in history books, yet the world depended on them. The next time you complain about your job, remember these forgotten professions. Compared to them, Monday morning feels much safer. And history reminds us that every comfort has been earned through someone else's sacrifice.